Good evening and welcome to Carnival News Update. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. To begin the news this evening, two children have been rescued today, Thursday, after a two-story presidential building collapsed in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, prompting emergency response and fresh warnings over constructural safety. Newsmen gathered that the incident, which occurred at about 9 past 9 a.m. on the Ayegunle Street off Sabo Line in the Sale area, involved a six-flat building. In a statement signed by the spokesperson of the Kwara State Fire Service, Hassan Adekunle, the agency confirmed that the two children were initially trapped in the debris but were rescued before firefighters arrived at the scene. Following an on-site assessment, the fire service raised concerns about the safety of nearby structures and recommended urgent preventive measures to avert further disasters. In the meantime, the Oyo State House of Assembly today, Thursday, expressed concerns in what it described as a sudden redeployment of the Residential Electoral Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in the state. Adegoke Agboke, in a statement, announced his redeployment to Ondo State and expressed gratitude to journalists in Osun for their support during his tenure. The transfer was personally announced by Mutiu Agboke in a message he shared in the official media WhatsApp group of INEC in Osun late on Wednesday. Agboke's transfers comes at a time when preparations for the 2026 Osun governorship polls are gathering momentum. Addressing journalists in Oshogbo on the development today, Thursday, the Speaker of the Osun House of Assembly, Mr. Adewale Igbedun, said the Parliament had also learned that further deployment of interested persons are being planned and may extend to other key officials, including the Administrative Secretary, electoral officers, assistant electoral officers, and ICT personnel across the state. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Customs Service Federal Operation Unit Zone B has intercepted live pangolins along the Kano-Takia-Jigawa Road. Operatives of the Federal Operation Unit Zone B carried out the latest seizure on March 26, 2026 at about 1 p.m. The development comes barely 2 weeks after a similar operation on March 12, signaling an intensified crackdown on wildlife trafficking in the zone. The Customs Service described the repeated interception as evidence of heightened surveillance across key transit routes used by smugglers. According to the statement, officers on the routine patrol flagged down a suspicious vehicle along the axis It added that a thorough search on the vehicle led to the discovery of the endangered animals concealed within. Now move on to the foreign scene. The United States government may begin automatically enrolling young men into its military conscription register as early as December, scrapping a self-registration system that has been in place for decades. According to Newsmen, on Thursday, the Selective Service System submitted a proposal to the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs on March 30th. Under the new rule, men will be enrolled automatically at age 18 rather than being required to register themselves within 30 days of their birthday. The agency said the change transfers responsibility for registration from individual men to SSS through integration with other federal state sources, adding the process would be streamlined as a result. And now on sport. Nasarawa Amazons head coach Christopher Danjuma has urged his players to improve on their performance following the slim win over Remo Stars ladies. The Amazons beat Remo Stars ladies 1-0 at the Lafia City on Wednesday. The decisive moment came late in the game when Alani Jumoke calmly converted the 87th minute penalty, securing all 3 points for Nasarawa Amazons. Danjuma, in a statement, commended the players for their efforts in the victory. Meanwhile, Nasarawa Amazons have moved to the second position on the NWFL table after the win. And that wraps up Carnival News Updates for today. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening. Once again, I am Elizabeth Tessie Okem Kuku.